All right, y'all. What's popping and welcome to the early morning hustle show. So today is what September 3rd, 2023. Instagram I'm recording for YouTube. And we're gonna talk about we about to dive into this. All right, so it's 2:45, 30 minutes from now. Let's go. So we're going to start with politically incorrect. And this is a segment that I'm actually extremely excited about. I got 15 minutes to give y'all some to give y'all the latest political tea. So this is my source is CNN. I get the CNN 5 every fucking every day. So we're gonna start with what did I want to call this? What's new, bitch? What the fuck is new? Let's talk about guns. So first off, we're gonna talk about there was a fatal uh racially motivated shooting in Florida. Then there was also a shooting in at UNC that left one faculty member dead. So let's talk about guns. A lot of people feel like people say money is the root of all evil. I don't believe that money is the root of all evil. I believe guns, and I don't believe guns is the root of all evil. I think people are. A gun doesn't do anything to any fucking one. Hold on, let me change my tag on Instagram, y'all. Behind the scenes, bitch. So we doing politically incorrect right now. All right, so guns don't kill people, people kill people. I used to work for the House of Representatives, and one of my favorite parts of the session was talking about what the fuck was about to happen with the guns. So first off, the neighborhood sends its prayers and condolences to anybody who was at UNC who had to deal with that. I can't even imagine what it feels like to have to go into cover or go, undercover for hours at a time and to be on edge. And rest in peace to whoever lost their life and the family that has to deal with the mourning of that. But let's talk about fucking guns. I'm over it. Like, y'all want to know what I think is gonna help the world? Being kind to people, like being nice to people, being genuine to people, understanding what people are going through at the time. And I think that'll really help people. I think we're really going about this the wrong way, but I don't got nothing to do with that. All right, on to the next topic. Oh, this is one of my favorite ones. This is the old tool. If you know, you know, numbers don't lie. So CNN 5 always gives us different numbers. So 190 billion. That's the it says how much federal aids went to K to 12 schools during the height of the pandemic. Study shows students are still trying to catch up. So first off, let's talk about this 190 billion. First off, let's talk about this fiat currency. Oh, we're not going to talk about this. This is politically incorrect, but we don't want to talk about fiat currency. I understand because you know what? It's fucking fiat currency. I get it. I get it. I get it. You understand what I'm saying? So, and students are still trying to catch up. What the fuck y'all did? Question of the day: what the fuck y'all did with that 190 million? Like who it went to? What students? Can y'all give us? Somebody show us the number. Somebody tell me something about something, bitch. No, y'all can't tell me where that money went. Somebody show me an expense report? Can somebody please let me know what the expense report is? Let me know dollar by dollar. Give me a list out, what they call it, an itemized list of where that $190 went. Nobody's willing to do that. Oh, that's what the fuck I thought. All right, so 92,003. How many people attended the women's volleyball match between University of Nebraska and the University of Omaha? Because I felt like that was fucking interesting. All right. Oh, bitch, this is one of my favorite numbers of the day. For Count Dracula voice 12. 12 Delta flight. The number that's the number of it says 12 people hurt on a Delta flight during extreme turbulence. Bitch, what the fuck kind of turbulence caused 12 people to be injured on a fucking Delta flight. Ski, what the fuck? What y'all? If y'all was on a Delta flight and you obtain injuries, what would you say or what would you do, bitch? Because I just want to fucking know. I just want to know, bitch, is you wet shit? Like, what the fuck is you doing what kind of turbulence? Can somebody tell me? I need more details as to what happened that 12 people on the Delta flight experienced injuries after turbulence. Oh my God, I'm so afraid to get on a fucking plane. Oh man, so first off, let's talk about prison breaks. So there was somebody who broke out of prison. I think they caught him. I don't remember. My notes don't fucking tell me. All right, so next on politically incorrect. Storm Dahlia. So Storm Dahlia, I want to say that's how you say her name. Listen, first off, I want y'all to understand. Y'all gotta fucking watch how y'all name these fucking storms, cause these storms be storming, bitch. They be doing shit that Katrina was a ratchet bitch from New Orleans, and you seen what she did. Adalia sounds like a fucking Arabian night, bitch. Anyways, so it's a tropical storm, but what was the effects of Adalia? Last week, nearly 95,000 people are without power across the southern counties of Florida, and many still without running water. So I want you guys to pray for those people who are without running water. But Adalia, I understand she didn't do too much, but she did enough just to give us some damage. But I just saw not too long ago that Hurricane Lee was coming, bitch. And I don't want nothing they gotta do nothing with nothing named Lee, bitch. That shit sound crazy. All right. So let's see what I put for this boy. Um Real quickly, the block is hot, and when we say the block is hot, we talking about fucking Hawaii, bitch. Hawaii been on fire for a long time now. So everybody's sitting there pressed to Hawaii. Who was it? It was The Rock. The Rock meets The Rock. Oprah Winfrey and Dwayne Johnson comes together to do a to raise funds for Hawaii. So y'all make sure y'all look that up. I'm not gonna host. I'm not gonna tag that shit, but I feel like it's something worth looking into. All right, anything else of note? Because we're gonna talk about Trump too. All right, human smugglers. So what is it? Some Uzbekistan migrants slip through the US borders, and they have some affiliation with ISIS. So like these immigrants had tried to get through the border and they was turned away, and then they ended up slipping through. So now we looking for these boys, because we don't know if they on some Saddam Hussein shit. But that's it. Oh, bitch, let's talk about money making Mitch. Listen, I watched the fucking recording. I already got a feeling about Sleepy Joe, but we ain't got time for that rant right now. But money making Mitch, Senate Majority Leader, Minority Leader, Mitch McConnell froze. This boy had a light stroke. This boy stopped talking. This boy act like he was fucking, what's his name? What's the boy that had his hands up? Trayvon Martin Freeze. Don't speak, bitch. This boy just stop fucking talking when they asked that boy a question. That was the craziest thing I ever seen. And that ain't the first time that boy froze up like that. So it's questions out in these political streets about what, like, is this who running our country? But at the end of the day, we got Sleepy Joe running our country. That nigga has early onset Alzheimer's. I talked to my dad about it. My dad say they rather put Sleepy Joe in than let Trump in. But speaking of Trump, all right, so Trump, listen, history in the making, man. That's what I put by his name in my notes today. Trump on March 4th, it's in 2024 is set to go to the trial for, let me, because I wrote it down because I wanted to be politically correct for this politically incorrect. He pled not guilty in the Fulton County election interference case. He say when he had called that boy and told that boy that he needed to find some more votes, he wasn't trying, he wasn't on no snake shit, he wasn't on no sneak shit. He was just talking about what the fuck it was he was talking about. So that boy say he is not guilty. I call this history in the making. It says this is the fourth time Trump has pled not guilty since to criminal offenses since he has left the office. Man, this is history. How many presidents you know that have been put up? That nigga been a goon. He a fucking menace. That nigga really is a menace to society. He will be arraigned next Wednesday. And so the ratchet legal term of the week is arraigned. What does arraign mean? Arraign means to be called or to answer before the court. So he has to answer before the court next Wednesday, September 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, September 6th, 2023. Um, so interesting factoid. So someone was just brutally murdered in the prison in the county in which Trump was booked. So they think that's interesting. They decided, CNN 5 decided to tell us that. But I think that if Trump does get arraigned or he does get, he ain't gonna put him in gym pop. Or maybe there's a God in they will. Who knows? What the boy say? What goes around comes around, goes around. It's on its way back around. All right. So for all my educated motherfuckers, for everybody who ever went to school, like I'm gonna let y'all know student loans, bitch. Them bitches is back on. Shout out to Trump for suspending them bitches. And they unsuspended now. The interest of the bad boys will start reoccurring now. It was like at the point like last week, but most companies have pushed it till October. I actually just got a notification from my loan company that the interest will start accruing. So just so you know, popular, just alert, your interest is about to start accruing on your student loans again. So factor that shit into your budget. All right, what else we got? Smugglers. Man, back at it again. That's what I thought about when I fucking saw fucking Russia and Ukraine. Russia and Ukraine is fighting right now, and it's really fucking annoying me, bitch. Back at it again. Them hoes is back at it again. Russia knocked down a drone approaching Moscow I think they just got attacked by Ukraine not too long ago. So Russia and Ukraine have really been going at it. Hopefully they get their shit together soon, because I don't want them to get nuclear, because that's going to affect us. That's going to affect our money. That's going to affect our everything. But I just want y'all to know. Did we talk about the ganja yet? So we got 2 minutes left. Marijuana. So the Department of Health and Human Services is working to reclassify marijuana as a Schedule 3 drug instead of a Schedule 1 drug. Schedule 1 drug is among the highest drugs. It's like a narcotic. It's up there with coke and heroin. And I honestly think that it should be. So hopefully we can get that fixed. And I think if we can get the DEA to agree, because so the DEA is reviewing the classification, we can get the DEA to agree and we can really get that changed. I think that'll be extremely beneficial to the culture and to people all around. All right. Anything else? X Twitter. Twitter is getting political. There are a lot of political ads. A lot of people ain't feeling that shit because they like, so I really think Instagram did a really good job with coming in with threads right on time. I don't know if this is a part of the plan or not, but I definitely think that the boy about the Twitter about to fall and which one about to take his rise. And then as a book ban, book ban increased more than 1,000 requests to censor library books in 2022, a 70% increase. People trying to when you try to ban books, that means people trying to suppress knowledge, and that's always risky. And I think that's it. I think that's all we got for our politically incorrect today. Oh, the gays. So in Texas, the Supreme Court dismissed efforts to temporarily block the state's near total ban on gender care. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna go over my 15 minutes with this, but I think that's okay. I read an article recently that stated that a young lady who had her breast cut off at the age of 13 is now suing the hospital because she wanted a gender change at the time, and she said she was not in her right mind. And I know that this is not, this is not for everyone, but this is also an example. This is evidence that's in favorable of the plaintiff that says, hey, look, these kids don't know what they want. And I'm not saying I'm not against gay rights, I'm not transphobic, I'm not any of those things, but I'm human rights. And in my human right, I understand scientifically, this is proven, this is not nothing I'm making up, that kids don't really know what they want. And until a child's prefrontal cortex is all the way developed, which is for what women to 25, men all the way up to 30, we shouldn't allow them to make this decision. So, and there's a Senate bill, I forgot, it was like 14 in Texas. I think it's up for grabs or up for conversation. And I really think that, like, you guys, you should really take it seriously, because this people life, and these are children's lives. And if a child wants to, when they're in their right mind, they still want to make their decision, you support them. But if it's worth having, you can wait for it, and that's for love, relationships, or anything else. All right. All right. So the gays, I can call them the gays because I'm women over beach. All right, so I feel like it was something else that I wanted to talk about. Let me change. Look, the weekly thought to ponder. All right. All right. So I don't know what it is, but I want to talk about staying the course. Like, for anybody who actually hustle, who works for what it is that they want in life, who's been through anything in life, who has actually chased their dreams, they have to understand how hard it is to stay the course. I earlier this week on my Mr. Rogers shit and with the Daily Neighborhood chat, we came up with the idea of, like, going from failure to failure without loss of enthusiasm. And as for this past week for me, it was a really, I won't even say humbling week, because it was a week I created for myself. It was a growthful week. It was a week of clear sight. It was a week of confirmation into who and what I am. So sometimes we stay the course, and we don't know what the outcome of the course will be. But the song goes, just to see what the end will be. Just to see what the end will be. It's the idea of running on and continuing your journey. And let me tell you, it's not always easy to continue your journey. And if it was easy, everybody would continue their journey. It's easy to give up hope. It's easy to give up. It's easy. Like it's something, it's crazy. One of the things that the demise of an enemy was something, what was his own words. He kept saying growth was outside of the comfort zone. And my comfort zone was to endure. I grew up in endurance. But the moment I made the decision not to endure, but to conquer, my life changed. The moment I decided to get out of comfortability, if that's a real word, um, and to do that and still stand your ground and still not change and still be who you are. And standing your ground does not mean to be stubborn or to be, I don't know why the word maniacal comes to mind, but that either. It doesn't mean to be without change. That's the furthest thing from truth. That's a facade. But to stand your ground is to be firm in who you are and what you want and what you intend. And so you have to understand what comes with standing your ground. You know what happened the last time somebody stood their ground? Trayvon Martin lost his life because he said, I'm going to stand here 10 toes down, 2 feet, never knees in the dirt. If you're not willing to die about it, then why are you doing it? Because I would hate to die doing something that I hated, that I didn't really want to do. That's the worst type of death. That's the regretful death, and I don't ever want to go out like that. If I go out, it's gonna be on my own terms, not on nobody else's terms. And so that leads me to the point of standing my ground. What do you, if you're gonna stand your ground, what you standing it for? What's your purpose? What's your cause? What's your motive? What makes you get up in the morning? What makes you go? What make you even though you don't want to? What make you say no when you need to say no and say yes when you need to say yes? One of the things is interesting. I've had a lot of relationships in my life, and meeting all of these people and dating all of these men, they had no why. They were just aimlessly roaming through earth trying to fuck and find a way out of whatever hellhole or misery that they was in. They had no purpose. They were wandering aimlessly. I think it's the Avatar, and in the Avatar, they went to the like afterlife, and in the afterlife, what they did was kind of roam around in the pit of nothingness for a really long time, and that was it. What is it to be? What the scriptures say? What is it for a man to gain the whole world but lose his soul? What's the point of being here when you're not even really here? Not only am I here, but I'm present, and I feel and I enjoy, and I'm called for my purpose, and I'm gonna stand my ground about it. And anybody who know me know that. Now I ain't gonna stand my ground about everything. Some things I'm not. Everything ain't worth going out for, but some things is what's worth. What's your negotiables and non-negotiables? Your deal breakers and your non-deal breakers. And if you don't know that about yourself, then how can you stand your ground? You ain't got no ground to stand on. It's some motherfuckers that's trying to stand on sand, and that really makes me sad. So, how for my early morning hustles, it's not hard for you to get up at 2 and 3 in the morning because you got a purpose. What he said, what Drake said, something. I did it with a purpose, bitch. He did it with a purpose. Everything I do, regardless of whether you know it or not, and whether you understand it, I'm doing it for a purpose. I'm an evil genius, bitch. A goofy one. So I had wanted to talk to y'all really quickly just about standing your ground. Like, I want you to have a purpose. I want you to find your purpose. I want you to to believe in yourself. I want you to go get it, but understand what come with it. Sometimes you gotta get beat up. Sometimes you gonna lose. Sometimes you're not gonna win. But just because you get beat up, so if you get beat up, is you gonna renounce God? If you lose everything, and we're gonna talk about the story of Job, bitch. If you lose everything, you're gonna be like, fuck God. That's what you gonna be like. Like, can you stand the test of time? And that's really what God want to know. That's what God want to see. That's how. That's the kind of hustle I do. Y'all remember you in the fucking neighborhood. We work with who? The boy. But I just want to know, do you know? Because we know, and I hope you understand. We gonna stand our ground. So, any of my hustlers that's listen, whether you up right now, whether you down right now, whether you broke even right now, bitch, it's all a part of what you feel. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. You alive. let's acknowledge that. Let's start there. Let's start at the beginning. One, you're like a dream come true. Let's talk about one. And then we go from one, then we can go to two. Two, just wanna be with you. Then we're gonna go for the to the next steps from there. And ever I believe my work is done. And we start back at one, bitch. Mm-mm. But we'll never give up. And then when we need to, we also understand that sometimes we gotta sometimes we gotta change. Sometimes the things that we think ain't what it is, and because what it ain't what it is, then we gotta go back to the drawing board. We're not stubborn and stupid. We're wise. So, all right. So, early morning hustle show. Okay, quick question of the week. Something to ponder, thoughts to ponder, something that I learned and I want y'all to take with y'all as y'all go into this week. Word of wisdom. A word of wisdom from the Hope Dilla bitch. Oh. Um, expect good. It's it's not the norm. Our norm is usually in a panic, and our norm is usually to expect the end, but expect good. Expect life to turn out as wonderful as you can imagine. And if you can expect good, I am sure to tell you, I believe it in everything in my heart that good will come. Um, this week, be kind to yourself, because when you're kind to yourself, others can be kind to you, and it gives others permission to be in that energy. What's popping, boo? I'm actually about to tap out. I got a couple minutes left. It's the early morning hustle show. Make sure you tap back into this tomorrow morning to get your week started. We talk about politics this week, everything going on in politics, things you should know. And then I talked about standing your ground and what that means and hustling and growing. Um, it's a beautiful week. It's a beautiful day. Every day that you up, every day that you're alive, every day that you have a chance to do something new, to try again. Whatever happened yesterday honestly doesn't matter, because did you die? You understand what I'm saying? And if it didn't kill you, the only thing it can do is make you stronger, because you had the ability to learn from it and apply what you learned from it the next day. So while you're standing on it, and every time you fall off of it, just don't forget what you learned the last time you fail. I had a mentor that used to always tell me, coach, fail better next time. So I guess I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I ain't gotta make it to my 30 minutes today, but I want to tell you guys, in your standing your ground, you're gonna fail a lot, and in those failures, find joy, peace, serenity, and nuggets of wisdom, and fail better next time. The only fool is a fool that continues to make the same mistakes. So if you're gonna make, like, mistakes are prone to happen, that's a part of the struggle. You're going to mess up. The only reason, the only time that you're in the bad spot is if you keep doing the same thing over and over again, like a crash dummy. And we crash dummies, but we not them type of crash dummies. We understand what we saying? We the crash, we're the fucking AI crash dummies, bitch. We fucking constantly evolving, bitch. We're the crash dummies that they trying to fucking get rid of in the fucking AI apocalypse, bitch. We're not we're adaptable crash dummies. You understand what I'm saying? Um, so we're our enemy's worst nightmare. We're the unsuspected wise ones. You get what I'm saying? We're the Trojan horse that never gets caught. That type of crash dummy. You feel me? You feel me? All right, guys. So happy Labor Day. I hope you guys have a great week and a wonderful time. And I will see you guys next week with whatever the fuck it is that's going on in the world. Bye.